You probably thought this was CGI. The Stranger Things scene where Steve swims into the Upside Down was mostly practical. The lake was a studio tank 16 feet deep, and Joe Keery did the swim himself. Even the vines grabbing him were mostly practical, which is why it feels so real.
The boy drank a big bucket of water. Looking at the dying tiger in front of him, he stepped forward and gave the tiger the last bit of water. Then he held it in his arms, quietly waiting for death to come. They had been adrift for over 100 days. When the boy woke up again, the boat had stopped at a floating island. He couldn't wait to climb off the boat, broke off a plant and started eating. After eating his fill, he walked toward the depths of the island. There were many meerkats by the water. They looked up, watching him curiously. The boy jumped into the puddle without hesitation, happily drinking from the pool. The tiger was also enjoying its food nearby. When the sky grows dark, the meerkats all ran toward the depths of the forest. The boy suddenly woke up at night. He crawled over to take a closer look. Various remains were floating in the pool. It turned out that at night, the lake water would turn into highly corrosive sulfuric acid. The boy casually picked a flower. After pulling apart the petals, there was actually a human tooth inside. He instantly realized the danger. The next morning, the boy loaded food onto the boat. He called out loudly to the tiger. The tiger also came to his side obediently, and so they started drifting again. The hungry tiger jumped into the sea to hunt, but it wasn't good at swimming. The boy found it somewhat amusing, until the tiger turned around and swam toward him. His smile disappeared instantly. Then he scrambled into the boat in a fluster. The tiger tried to get on the boat, but couldn't climb up. At this moment, the boy found an axe. He shouted at the tiger, preparing to attack it, but looking into the tiger's eyes, he couldn't bring himself to do it. Listening to the tiger splashing around, the boy felt very hesitant. He waited until evening, then pushed the raft into the sea, and tossed down a small ladder. He quickly jumped onto the raft as the tiger climbed up. Early the next morning, the boy started moving the food. As he was checking the remaining supplies, a big fish got caught in his trap. He quickly pulled the net tight, then raised the nearby axe and struck hard. Watching the fish gradually lose its original color, the boy finally couldn't help crying. It was his first time taking a life. Then he fed the fish to the tiger. They lived like this for another month. The boat crossed the entire Pacific Ocean. They finally reached the coast. The boy collapsed exhausted on the ground. The tiger also jumped off the boat. It walked into the forest without looking back. A few hours later, the boy was found by villagers. He couldn't help but burst into tears. Do you think beyond the instinct to survive, tigers and humans can be friends? Come share your thoughts.